right, let's get real. Mortgage rates are finally starting to dip. Buyers are getting out there. It's definitely changing the game for home buyers. I see people calling me now. I got 3 calls today for buyers calling me to say, let's get started. Now, if you've been on the fence about entering the market, now might be your moment. I don't know. Rates have come down to levels we really haven't seen since January, and I see buyer demand surging. I had this one listing that wasn't going to sell, and all of a sudden I'm getting all these offers. So things are happening. And even in December, wow, kind of interesting, right? But really, it's not about the numbers, guys. It's really about you. You're real people. You're making decisions. You want to transform your financial future. You want to get out there and stop paying rent and starting to have the dream of homeownership, which is the American dream. So if you're thinking buying, selling, or investing, changes are significant to everybody. So I'm going to go right into it and show you how you can get around the buying decision, the selling and investing right now, and what's the best decision for your investment goals. Now, if you need help with that, you can always give me a call, but right now I'm just going to get into the rates and what's happening with the rates, because they've been falling. So the last week, it's now around 6.69%. It's a noticeable drop from the post-pandemic high of 7.83% we saw back in, I guess, October 2023. And for a long time, I think the high rates kept some people, from buying homes. I knew a lot of my buyers just couldn't afford it. The rates went up and they just had to stop. But with just them talking about rates coming down and them coming down a little bit, it's really spurred a lot of people's interest. And I think buyers are really getting out there. They were out there. Serious buyers have been out there, but now more are coming back. I think it's a big deal. Lower rates mean lower monthly payments, right? Who doesn't want that? And it can make a difference for people who are on the fence, things like that. And I know the MBA, the Mortgage Bankers Association, they reported a 6% increase in purchase loan applications just last week. And our lender, Krista Lowry, she just called me and said things are starting to move again. And I know when she's getting calls, we're all going to be getting calls. They said in the MBA report that it's the 4th consecutive week of growth in home buyer demand. So, and really haven't seen this kind of activity like this since even last year. And especially for December, like I said before. I don't think it's temporary. I think it's a clear indication of what's happening for 2025 and people getting back into the market. So why are rates dropping right now? Well, it has mostly to do with the Fed's Reserve's actions. They've been cutting short-term interest rates to combat inflation and stabilize the economy. And this in turn is basically influencing the long-term 30-year mortgage fixed rate, which is most people what they get right now. And investors, if you're in the bond market who essentially fund most of these loans, they're betting that the Fed will keep cutting rates. So I think that's why we're seeing this downward trend. Also, we have an incoming Trump administration who's really working on the economic policies that we talked about in my last video, like tariffs, deregulating things, tax cuts and immigration reforms. I hope also will stimulate the economy. But for now, also momentum seems to be with the buyers. It's happening now. What we need is the sellers to start selling to get the inventory up, basically, right now. So you buyers, what does it mean? If you're thinking about buying a home, the deal is it's time to act. At least talk to a consultant, get signed up with a realtor that you can trust, someone like ourselves who tell you the real deal, and find out when is a good time to buy for you. Because if it's lower rates now, that means lower payments and could make a huge difference for you. Not a lot of inventory out now, but it's always good to get started. Just get with a consultant. Now we have demand increasing, like I said, applications are increasing, 52% increase in purchase applications compared to a year ago. So like I said, it's not temporary. So rates are dropping, competition's going to heat up, guys. Serious buyers are jumping back in the market. If you're planning to buy, get your finances in order. Talk to a lender. Talk to my lender, Krista Lowry. Get approved. Just get something done. Just don't be walking around, going out and looking at houses that you see on Zillow. That's not the way to get started. You might need to move fast on a house that you like because other buyers are already out there approved and ready to go. So there's only a window of opportunity when you see a house that you like, and you can't sit on the sidelines waiting to get approved. It's so important to get approved right now. Inventory levels are improving a little bit, gives buyers more options. And if you've been worried about finding the right home, give it a shot. See what it is. Maybe you're thinking of the right home. It's not really the right home for you. And that's kind of what I do at a consultation, kind of really figure out, what it is the right home for our buyers. It is getting a little competitive out there. And what does this mean for home sellers? Well, for home sellers, it's a great opportunity. Don't expect a bidding war if you overprice your home. We talk about that a lot. Lower rates will attract buyers, but they're not going to be willing to overpay for your home, especially if you haven't done anything to it or staged it. So you got to price it right, stage it, get your presentation down, get your room by room review. We're offering them right now. Give us a call if you don't know anybody in your area. Just let me know. And there's a link below to get an agent that would be for you. I can find one for you. I've got mastermind all over the world here, the United States. And I'm going to tell you sellers, just don't be greedy, be realistic, price it right. Price it based upon your stage. Then you'll attract the buyer that's for you. Because you first have to figure out, well, who is your target market? And sellers who are listing now are getting a lot of showings. I mean, mine are selling really quickly right now because it's December, and most sellers think, well, it's holidays, I'm not going to sell. But it's a great time to sell. And there's clearly an uptick on buyers, so there's interest out there. But you have to be strategic. Work with a knowledgeable realtor, not someone who's not cutting their commission, someone who can show you their value, help you price it and stage it, market your home, make sure they have a marketing plan, all that stuff. I have that in my other videos, but check them out. If you've been on the fence about selling, just get a consultation. Get a room by room review. That's what we offer, 30 minutes of just go through your house and give you a list of low cost fix-ups. So if this video is helping you get ahead of the trends, and just really don't forget to subscribe. I give you advice from the heart. So help it go out. I'm just trying to get at least another 100 subscribers for the end of the year. And the bonus tip is get a consultation, talk to a realtor, talk to somebody who's a professional, interview your realtor. Just don't interview a friend or family member. That's my bonus tip for you guys. So looking ahead, are we going to have a continued rate drop, or is this the low it's going to go? And what could happen? I know Fannie Mae is predicting that rates could fall to 6% by the end of the year and hit 5.6 by 2026. And the MBA is a little more cautious. They're forecasting rates to hover around 6.4 in 2025 and average of 6.3 in 2026. So what this means is that we're not going back to the really low pandemic rates anytime soon, but even at these levels, it's still a much better deal for buyers compared to what we've seen earlier this year. Because if rates continue to drop, even gradually, it could really fuel demand and make the market more competitive. Hopefully not the prices to go up too much more. Hopefully it's just a regular appreciation, such like 4%, things like that. And for sellers, since demand is up, you have this window of opportunity to list your property competitively, because a lot of people are going to start coming back on the market. I've gotten 28 calls already for next year. Guys, things are happening. So if you're going to get on the market, you have to realize that the inventory is not the way it was before. It's coming up. More people are coming on the market. Now, these conditions may not last forever, so be smart, stay informed, and take action. I think right now is a good time, but it might not be for you. So what should you do next? Well, what does this all mean for you? If you're a buyer, like I said, the market is shifting, your favor rates are coming down, inventory is coming up, and the competition is still strong. And start looking. Get approved. Talk to the realtor, do all those things you should be doing. And don't wait too long. Because if you find the house you like and you're not ready, you could lose it. Okay, now sellers, it's time to list your home and do it strategically. Price it right, you'll attract serious buyers. And if you're an investor, lower rates mean better financing opportunities, and a cooling economy could lead to some undervalued property sitting in the market. That would be great. I know I have a lot of investors who really hope that happens. Bottom line, the real estate market is changing and it's creating opportunities for everyone, which is great. Be smart, stay informed, and call me. I can give you a realtor in your area. Call me if you're in my area in Philly in the suburbs. Take action. Do something, all right? Just because it's December, it's better to get ahead of everybody else, because people will be calling in January and you will get behind in the back of the line. So that's it for today's episode in the Real Deal in Real Estate channel. If this video gave you some clarity on what's happening in the market, hit the like button. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel for more no-nonsense real estate insights, do it now. I'd love to hear from you. Drop some of your comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.